ancient world, it was a regime built on institutionalized terror. Between the 9th and 7th centuries BCE, Assyrian kings crafted a new kind of warfare, one where conquest was not complete until every survivor had seen the price of resistance. Terror was methodical. The aftermath of a successful siege was choreographed to send a message, not just to the defeated, but to anyone watching. Cities that dared to resist were turned into public theaters of punishment. Corpses of the fallen were strung from poles, impaled on stakes, or left to decay in the streets. Captives were mutilated and paraded through the ruins in iron shackles. These were not the acts of individual cruelty, but state-sponsored displays deeply rooted in Assyrian royal policy. Inscriptions from the reign of Ashurnasirpal II, 883–859 BCE, describe such methods with chilling detachment, not by ordinary soldiers, but by state-appointed torturers and royal executioners trained for the task. Reliefs from the palace of Sennacherib at Nineveh or city rulers were made to witness the executions of their kin before being blinded, shackled, and sent in chains to Assur or Nineveh. The very layout of Assyrian camp violence. The Assyrian use of terror was not impulsive, it was institutional and implemented by trained agents of the state. Terror was their empire's currency, and they spent it with brutal precision. Punishments in ancient history matched the terrifying spectacle of Assyrian impalement. It was not only an execution, it was a performance, a message etched in public punishment. The Assyrians, at the height of their power in the 8th and 7th centuries BCE, wielded impalement as their most iconic and horrifying instrument of terror. It was their signature method of execution, used not for expediency, but for symbolism. It turned bodies into warnings, transforming resistance into an open-air gallery of obedience through fear. Assyrian annals repeatedly describe the practice. From the reign of Tiglath, most often local rulers, rebel leaders, or high-ranking captives, chosen specifically for the deterrent value of their suffering. These victims were impaled on tall wooden stakes, often outside the gates of their own cities. Their bodies would be left to decay, towering reminders to all who entered or exited. The Assyrians believed that a visible execution extended the punishment's effect beyond the individual, onto the minds of the living. Executioners, part of the state machinery, were trained not just in death-dealing, but in psychology.